names that I used to hear over and over and over again is the name of our next presenter, Ms. Dian Tanaka. Ms. Tanaka was born in Tokyo. She trained in Japanese classical dance and was a competitive gymnast, and as we mostly know her, a champion forms competitor. So she is considered our ambassador for Kempo and is here to talk about martial art lessons for everyday life. So please put your hands together for Ms. Dian Tanaka Whitson.
Thank you very much, Ms. Schuster. People have asked me through my training, throughout all the years, and when I started, there wasn't electricity or running water, or so it seems. I was fortunate enough to complete the first phase of my training, and I was the second female black belt under Mr. Parker's direct lineage. But at the time, that didn't matter to me. It really didn't. I was just having a wonderful time. I enjoyed the art, and I was just doing what I loved. It didn't seem to me that I was blazing any trail. It didn't seem to me like I was doing anything special. All I knew is that it was something I loved to do. And yes, there were hardly any women around, but it really, really did not affect me. But looking back, it was because of the luck of the draw that I had instructors, male instructors, that really treated me fairly, fair and square. I took the lumps and bumps. They protected me if a gigantic person was really pounding on me, but that was no different than if it were a 200-pound male thumping on, someone 120 pounds. They were fair, but I went through a tough training, but it was a family atmosphere. It was all really very good and nurturing, which then allowed me to stay in the art. So I really thank all of these people that and mentors in my past who allowed me to do that. And I do realize that there are women that have Ms. DeRienzo and I've talked about. It's just many stories we've heard that there have been studio situations where it was not comfortable for women to continue their training. And it's just a tragedy. And I'm sure you've all heard of these types of stories. And I've fortunately been able to avoid those. But really, at the time, it was really lucky. It was just lucky that I was able to do that. People say, well, you must have had some kind of a guiding light, a guiding star to be able to do this kind of thing. And I said, well, no, really no. Because I felt that the art and the skills that we were learning inside the school were really no different than what we did outside. Real life outside, in the job, in school, to achieve the best that you can be takes dedication, hard work, a competence, and those things are expected of you anywhere, not just in the dojo, not just in your studio, but outside, in school, in the workplace, in your community, in your families. So the lessons that I have learned in the school, I just urge you to think about them as nothing special, but they're very important. What gives you the success inside a school, again, is nothing special, but it is the skills that you need to live a good and fulfilling life, whether it's in your workplace, or your family, or your community. And as you grow in the martial arts, you can take more and more of a leadership position and do those things in your school and in your workplace. And be a leader in your family. Because, again, the skill sets are the same. The skill sets are transferable. And please, the women in here, you know that you've had to possibly, you feel like I've had to work a little harder. Condoleezza Rice, who's just at the top of her game, she said, well, you have to work 5 times harder to be a female just to be equal. And sometimes, that is true. You have to work hard. Martial arts, not just Genpo, but martial arts is a male-dominated art. It's a male-dominated endeavor. So you do have to prove yourself. Mr. Parker gave me the opportunity, I think, by treating me fairly, and I will never, ever forget how good he was to me to give me those opportunities. And I tried myself in little ways to be able to repay that graciousness and kindness and fairness that he showed me to kids that are coming up behind me and the students that are coming up. So please, in your practice, when your teachers have been good to you and taught you something, take the opportunity to teach that to the younger ones coming up, to the lower ranks, because one day they will take our place. One day, in these last few years, we've lost so many seniors. We lost Mr. Parker at the age of 59, and I just turned 59, and that was the first thing I thought about on my birthday. I said, wow, Mr. Parker was also gone at 59. So you never know how long we will have these treasures and mentors with you. So take advantage of those situations when you have these teachers available. Ask them questions. They don't mind. They love it when you're interested. They love it when you ask them and challenge them with these questions. Makes them think. Really, it's wonderful. And you learn too. Mr. Parker gave me an art that was really like no other. It's an art and a science. He gave me a way to think about martial arts. The reason I'm wearing this uniform today is that Mr. Parker gave me a vehicle, like a car or a boat or a ship, to be able to explore the world of martial arts. He gave me a way to think, so that when I finally found another mentor, my current teacher in Doce Pares, he's a great grandmaster, Capoeira Cañete, who's 95 in a few days, and he's still practicing. So this teacher has given me the gift of longevity that Mr. Parker didn't have. He had every other gift but longevity. So with Grandmaster Capoeira, he does have this gift of longevity. He doesn't even wear glasses and he can see you a mile away at 95. He can hear your voice so far away and know, oh, that's so-and-so coming in the door. But I would not have been able to do that art had it not been for the tools that Mr. Parker gave me. And in his art, that science part of the art really gave me a foundation to be able to learn other things outside of Kempo, because Kempo in it has so many nuggets. It's these opportunities to then take that track and follow it, and take this track. Oh, I see some grappling and locking and this. I want to know more about that. And those doors are out there for you to explore these things. It's out there. It's this huge universe. It's wonderful. So please, take those opportunities and then make sure that whatever you learn, you bring it home. You bring it home to your dojo, to your students, your peers, your homies, and you share. Because it's a huge world of martial arts out there. But those lessons are right there for your family, your school, your community. It makes a difference in other people's lives for you to share what's been shared with you. So please, let's enjoy this weekend. And let me say just a couple of things. One of Miss Owen's demos, you see demos and you say, wow, that was a great demo. I've never seen a demo that actually made me cry. Her demos have a depth and texture that is unbelievable. The one where the child was lying down, and then the dream, and an older student took her hand, woke her up, and took her through a process. And then I still get emotional because that is the journey that we all take. This child being picked up by the hand and then led through this crazy wild demo, and then it ended with her going back to sleep with a guide putting her back. Well, I feel like my teachers have done that for me. So I hope that you all have the opportunity to grow and do that too. Thank you very much.